How do I stop buying crap I don't need? I got this question from Sarah, and at the heart of her question is what we're talking about. She says, Mel, what's the key to living a far less material life? And materialism is a big word that means something really simple. When you find yourself spending money on stuff you don't need, when you feel like you gotta get a new shirt or you gotta get new shoes or you need to get a really nice car because if you have those things, you're gonna be more successful or people are gonna think a certain thing about you or you're gonna feel better about yourself, you know that you're suffering from being too materialistic. Being materialistic means that you're attaching your happiness, your self-worth, and your success on the things that you buy. And it's a really dangerous habit to get into, and there's a reason why. Research shows that people that are materialistic have far lower self-esteem and lower happiness than people that get materialistic behavior under control. And here's how you can use the 5-second rule to stop buying things you don't need. The moment that you are somewhere in a store or you feel yourself at a stoplight and you turn and you look at the car next to you and it's nicer than yours and you feel this sense that, oh gosh, I wish I had a car like that, or ooh, I need those new shoes, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and either walk away from the thing that you're about to buy, or if you're seeing stuff and you're beating yourself up because you don't have something as nice as that, take that moment to forgive yourself. Take that moment to have a little bit of self-compassion for where you're at. One of the leading researchers on self-compassion is a woman by the name of Dr. Kristen Neff. And she talks about the fact that there's a very, very close tie between our happiness, our confidence, and our self-esteem, and how much compassion we have for ourselves. If you're constantly beating yourself up, if you're constantly pounding yourself that you need nicer clothes, you need a nicer car, you need a bigger house, that tells me that you don't have a lot of compassion for where you're at, and you're never going to be able to be successful if you're doing it from a place where you're constantly bashing yourself. I have an example for you that's personal to me. It's kind of a stupid one, but I think it'll drive home the point about how you can use the 5-second rule to stop materialism and how you can also use self-compassion to get over how you beat yourself up around the things that you wish that you had. So a couple years ago, Chris and I were lucky enough to actually put on a small addition on our house. We renovated our kitchen, we made it a little bit bigger, and we also put on a first floor bedroom, something I had dreamed about doing for a very, very long time. Now, 5 years have gone by, and I still love the kitchen, but whenever I walk into my bedroom, I say to myself, this thing is way too small. And it is very small. I mean, basically, our bedroom is got just a bed in it and 2 side tables. That's it. I mean, you can kind of walk around the bed, but there's no room for anything else. No chair, no nothing. And so when I walk in there now, I walk in and my immediate feeling is, I wish this were bigger. I wish I had created a bedroom that was bigger. I wish it had vaulted ceilings. I wish it had beams that were exposed. I wish it had a fan on the ceiling. And what's amazing is that what I used to do is I would have those feelings and then I would make myself wrong. Mel, you should be thankful, and I should be thankful that you were able to do this at all. But bashing myself never got rid of the complaint. A couple years ago, I started being more compassionate. I would walk into my bedroom, I would have that feeling that I was disappointed with how it had turned out, and then I would remind myself of something that's true. I didn't have the money to have the kind of bedroom I wanted. I was lucky enough to be able to put on a tiny little room with a mattress in it off the kitchen, for crying out loud. And when I have a little bit more compassion for myself and I say, hey, I couldn't afford the beams and the ceiling and the thing and the bigger room, it actually disappears the complaint. And so you can do that too. If you find yourself constantly reaching for things that you don't need, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and don't buy it.